What if Deku was Beelzebub's son? That will be his official name, I think. And so it's the next day in the Black Bulls, and he also been shown around after he hits his head on the wall, and he was about to punch it to break it. This weird man says, "Don't take it on the wall. It's something about this, the Black Bull's hideout that makes it shift around." And Yami says that's been happening since he got it and stuff. And I'm gonna say he introduced the story of the white ghost to him, but he shows him around. Whenever they get underground to feed the magical animals, they don't attack Asta because Asta is a demon and stuff, and he intimidates them with a smile. And he says, "Come here, little kitties." I guess I'm not sure what theirs actually are, but yeah. And he says that and they come over and they grab the meat and run back to the back of the cage. And this is where they're walking to go outside, and they see Noelle. Noelle says, "Who are you? What noble clan are you in?" Because she thinks that he's a noble because Asta's taller than this, and I'm gonna say he's like taller than Magma and stuff like that. He says, "Noble, I'm just a commoner." Then she says, "No commoner can have enough nutrients to become that tall," and stuff like that. And he says, "No, I really am a commoner." And she's like, "Commoner? How'd you even get into here? No wonder you only got into the Black Bulls. You don't even feel like you have magic." So high and mighty. And she goes through the attack, but this time, I'm gonna say Asta it still misses and hit Magma and stuff like that. Magma yells at her. She says, "I don't want to be in the stupid Black Bulls," throws down the robe and walks off. And yeah, so it's earlier. Asta's gonna give back his, her Black Bulls thing, and that's when he sees her missing the shots. And whenever she notices that he was there, and this is whenever he says, "Calm down," before she releases a whole bunch of magic. Just control it. And this is right before she's about to make it gigantic, and she starts controlling it. And then she says, "Concentrate into a ball," showing her a lightning and concentrate it into a ball, and then shoot it outwards, creating the water pressure beam cannon. Water beam. I'm just gonna call it that. And I'm not gonna give her Mercury magic in this like I did all the other ones and stuff. But yeah. So she pretty much learns how to control magic a little more. And then it is next day again. After the night, whenever they go to play poker, they come back, Magma and Captain Yami, and Yami says that we have your first official mission, and they ask him what, and he says, "Come go kill some boar at this blank village." I don't remember what it is, but yeah, they go, and of course they send Magma with them. So yeah, while they're there, Magma doesn't have to fly because Asta had wings. He showed them, and this is where Noelle says, "Whatever, I don't want to ride on your broom," and stuff. And this is where Asta says they don't have to carry you, and we have to get going. So then he picks her up and flies off, with Magma catching up with his broom on his own. So they get to the place. Noelle kicks him in the face, saying, "Why did you touch me? I didn't give you permission, you commoner." And this is wherever Noelle's practicing controller magic in the corner, and she actually hits a couple spots this time, a couple times, and stuff like that, while Asta is killing boars. This is where they see fog start appearing because they didn't come there later because Asta flew himself and stuff like that. So when they get there, they see the mess. Asta instantly takes out his sword this time, and he cuts straight through it with an energy blast forming around his hand and stuff like that. This is where he sees the sword's about to fall down, and he swings his sword really fast, cutting through them really easily. He runs up and grabs his sword, and he starts swinging at the dude, actually hitting a couple of them and cancel out their magic. And now you see the demon mark going up his body until it gets to a stage of not completely this, but it's at the center of his chest, making that mark. Pretty much his arms and that chest piece, that's about it. But yeah. And so he starts battling them really easier this time and stuff like that. And then whenever he sees, and then he punches one of the dude in the chest, cracking the ribs instantly and sending the person flying in the air. I'm gonna say hitting a house and destroying the top of it. This is when the other dude shoots his Miss Magic or like ice magic again. Asta takes out his sword, or uses his sword with the energy, slices down and cuts the dude's shoulder. And I think there's 5 of them if you count the leader. There is 5, so that's 3 down, I think. Or yeah, 3. Then the 4th dude starts shooting Miss Magic. I'm gonna say that one's the Miss Magic user, and tries to do whatever spell Miss can do. And he finally Asta says or whatever, and takes his sword out and starts spinning around and strikes the dude in the shoulder, hitting hard enough to knock him out. And now it's the final leader, and it's gonna start out like the battle. He's just doing huge attacks while Noelle is protecting the villagers in the back. So he's doing his normal attacks, and Asta is just dodging them and weaving them. And this is where he takes out his sword, and he has a chain on his sword this time, and he starts swinging it on one hand with the red energy appearing, slinging it at somebody, hitting them in the chest, or not in the chest, but like in the shoulder, shouting right through him, and him pulling the dude back and kicking him in the face, knocking him out. They get binded. This time they don't get frozen to death because they find the suicide pill pretty much. And yeah, everybody's still alive, so there's no scene about that and all that. So yeah, that happens, and then they get their first paycheck. And also is about to send it all to the church, but that's when Vanessa says, keep some for yourself. So he does keep some, but not a lot, probably. And they go to the church, or not the church, but to the market and all that, Black Loser market, I guess, and stuff like that. So yeah, he pretty much does that. Let me think for a second. And yeah, so when they see the thief from the old lady, Asta goes running off, catching up to the dude, instantly jumping up and drop kicking him his head against something and takes the clone and all the, not clone. I was thinking of something different. But yeah, and he gets the dude and he goes back, gives the lady the money, but it's actually the Wizard King. And the Wizard King recommends them for the dungeon. Whenever they get to the dungeon, Luck is setting off traps while Asta's slicing through them and stuff. And that's whenever Luck feels like something bad's about to happen. Or like he's seen somebody strong and he goes after them. That's whenever Asta and Noelle goes on to find somebody and all that, to find them, and that's where they find Yuno and them. They talk, they get the race, and Asta flies off with his wings, carrying Noelle this time to, Luck. And if he sees Luck, Lex delves through his backstory and says that I can do it by myself, I'm strong. This is wherever Asta says whatever, and he says lightning strike, sending a huge lightning bolt right through the middle, striking the dude really easily. And yeah, he beats him pretty easily, and that's going to be the end of this video.